Hello and welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Part 3 of the Gunfighter Gauntlet of 2025, Stage 6, Welcome Back 47. And as you can see, I'm an assassin in this one. I came with the right weapon for it, specifically an M110 SAS in 6.5 Creedmoor. So you had to pick your target from the briefcase, and right from the get-go, I get the furthest target, 500 meters, that little white speck on the screen in the back right corner of the range. And I'm really happy with my result here, even though it took 3 rounds to make my hit. This is the furthest I've fired the rifle. I had the rifle set up to go literally a week before the match, zeroed it at 100 meters, and hadn't even learned what all my hash marks and dots in the reticle would do for me for holdovers. So to do this while on the clock really made me pretty happy. And as I found each one, the hits came. And just progressing very nicely on this stage. And then probably wasted too much time just trying to find the targets because there was an array of targets out there and you didn't engage every one. Now dishing over to the rooftop prop, they've got another briefcase there, and get in position, open it up and start selecting targets. And while we're doing that, compliments to the ROs on this stage. They were excellent at shot calling. Every shot they called was actually a great call. No bad ones at all, so props to them. Targets on this side of the engagement seem to be a little closer. In this case, I'm engaging a spinner. The 6.5 Creedmoor really gets it going, as you see there.
Yellow guy behind the pallet, left side.
And as you drew the picture and tried to find it, they did give you helping clues, which was really appreciated.
Hit! 400 yards. In the yellows.
Now this was the 400-yard target, and this one seemed to prove exceedingly difficult, as I've got to launch a number of rounds here before I hit it. Which really makes no sense. But then I talked to a lot of people to match, and they all felt the 400-yard target was harder to engage than the 500. Just one of those quirks, I guess. So get a little reload here. Wish I didn't have to do that because I missed a little too much. Then up comes the last target. And it was one that required multiple hits. And I jerked the trigger on that one. But picked it up here at the end and had a pretty good showing. Now let's move on to Coop's run.
Stand by.
And we see a nice muddy Coop from the previous stage, and he starts flipping things over, goes to load his rifle, and the fun begins.
Just KP-15 things.
Nothing like starting the stage with a malfunction. But he fights through it.
Finally someone who knows how to do remedial action.
And you heard the RO. Chris's remedial action on that was excellent. And that's a skill everybody should have. So if you're not practicing that at home, you should start. And Chris lucked out like I did, if you using that term a little loosely. He got the 500-yard target. Now he's using a what would Stoner do with a some form of Trigicon on there. I think it's an acupoint. And just like me, he had thrown it on the rifle before, about a week or two before the match, and got a quick hasty zero. Frustration with that scope is it just has a post and a chevron on it and no other marks on it, so doing holdovers is a bit of a challenge.
Yep.
It's like a gray color now.
And then Coop suddenly remembers he's got an LPVO, so he decides to crank up some magnification to help with that. That probably help with the hits coming a little faster.
So you're probably shooting a little left. Look for the traffic cone.
Right side.
Yeah, little clues like the RO is telling you, just look for this and then it's around there. It really helped zero it in. There was probably 3 times the amount of targets out there that you actually had to engage.
Also left edge on that one.
Down the middle, mid-range.
Yeah, and getting good call information there.
Hit!
Move!
That was a headshot. Watch your muzzle.
And Coop moves out with purpose. Ooh! And that did hurt.
Yep.
You know, he said he was okay, but later on he was hurting. But like, he powered through it and got going on it and stuff.
400 yards, look to the left.
So you got to admire that.
Targets. You got sandbags to your right if you want to use them.
So on the rooftop prop there, taking advantage of those sandbags they put up there. And as you can see, some of them are tore up. That's from all the people who have obnoxious muzzle brakes. And that's really a trend we got to stop in shooting, because obnoxious muzzle brakes are just that, obnoxious. They destroy props and they rattle your brain from the concussion. But luckily he's got a what would Stoner herd with a regular old bird cage, so he's not part of the problem.
No call.
And that problem right there, no call, that's a tough thing. This particular range out there in Iowa is, as you can see, freshly mowed. It's very grassy, and there's just no splash when you fire.
Barricade yellow.
Fine.
Now, finally, we got the Keb's run here. And for Keb, this is going to work out pretty darn good.
X2, so that's the lizard on the right-hand side.
Green.
So
head.
unlike us with the 500-yard target to start with, he gets one that's a bit closer, but he has to get some multiple hits. But I got to say, look at what he's using. Just a plain old EOTech, no magnifier, 1X. So
Nope,
and
to
he
the right
does
of
pretty
that.
good here. So props to Kev.
Directly above the green.
Hit.
And also notice his rifle's looking a bit cleaner, coming off
Hit.
LZ X-Ray. We had some downtime between the stages, and we used that to get as much PMCS done as we could.
No call.
Because as you can see from Kev's shirt and trousers there, we were pretty darn muddy.
You are 5 targets low.
Okay, I was aiming low.
No
Anything
call. No call.
Skip. Can I skip?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the 500. Kevin made the right choice to move on.
Right.
Traffic cone.
Traffic
cone, right side.
Right, guy
Yep.
right above the traffic cone. Up just first one to the right.
And again, the assistance and calls from the ROs here was simply
Hit.
outstanding, and you could not ask for better.
Dead straight
Popper.
down the alley. The popper in the middle.
Top in the middle.
And the talking
Hit.
back and forth, great
Hit.
communication.
Hit. Go.
Now Kev moves out with purpose to get up on that rooftop prop. Does a reload along the way, thinking ahead of things. Gets the case
Both
open,
X2s
starts
that
finding his
Just
targets.
to the left of the pallet.
Left of the pallet.
2 targets. Both of them need 2 hits.
Got it.
Hit.
And a nice first round hit.
Hit.
Hit. Hit.
Moving on to his next target engagement. You know, for using an unmagnified optic, Kev is having an excellent run here. All the props to him.
Hit.
And good safety manipulation. Notice the gun goes on safe every time he goes to get for a picture.
No call. No call. No call. Low right. No call. Hit.
Both X2 left of the car. Those
Left of
guys.
the car. Yep.
You got it.
Hit. 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 Hit.
Nice.
So short work. Those targets were pretty close up,
And bottom.
but he made
Center.
short
Hit
work
the top,
of
then
them.
the bottom.
And then finishing up on the spinner here.
Hit. Hit.
Nice.
Whoa, last round.
Yep.
Way to do it, Kev. Way to win on the last round. Best way to do it. And we hope you're enjoying this coverage of the Gunfighter Gauntlet of 2025. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And tune in tomorrow for part 4.